and unfortunately they're not going to be good comments. This has been a tough couple of weeks in Howell Township. And I think as elected officials, I think it's something that it's our responsibility every day to handle tough issues, and I'm not afraid of doing that. But some of the stuff that I've seen that's been going on in this town over the past 2 weeks, I wish I didn't have to bring it up, but it's been disgusting to me. And it has to do with a lot of some current topics that are going on, and COA issues and affordable housing, and I get that. But what I don't get is as a community, the level of discourse that's arisen in a very short period of time with some of the absolutely disgusting, anti-Semitic, racial, class-separating comments that I've seen by so many residents in this town, predominantly on social media. And you reach a point, because we deal with social media all the time, that people can say whatever they want on social media. Well, you know what? You shouldn't be allowed to. And you shouldn't be able to get away with doing the things that, it's not just a small group of people that are doing it anymore, it's a growing number of people. I was raised in a house where I had to watch what I said, and there was a certain level of moral character that my family taught me when I was young, and somehow we're missing that. And when several thousand people can post on a social media page that's run by administrators who have no interest in doing good things for Howell Township and have proven to want to do bad things for Howell Township, it reaches a point where that just can't go anymore without somebody making a comment about it and trying to get reasonable people to understand that what you see on social media is not the facts, folks. Just because somebody posts something on Facebook and 20 people hit the like button, it doesn't mean that what they posted was correct. If you have a question, if you need to get something answered, many of us up here are probably the most accessible people that you're ever going to see in public office. I think that's part of my job. That's why I do it every single day. I'll post my email address up there so you can all see it. We'll put it on the front page of our township website tomorrow. Call me. If there's something that you think that's going on that you don't like, pick up the phone and call me. Don't just go posting something on social media and think that 20 of your friends are going to hit the like button and all of a sudden you think you know more than anybody else does because you're not correct. That's very damaging to our town. It's damaging to us. We're not the enemies here, okay? If anybody has any proof that any elected official has done anything wrong or done anything unethical, or anybody's taken any money, or people that we have agreements with, or people that we've met, outside influences, tell us who they all are. Don't hide behind social media. Tell us who they are. And if we're doing something wrong, bring us to the prosecutor. But continually posting things on a social media page because you're trying to get attention, it doesn't work anymore, folks. So from now until the last day that I'm serving as an elected official, when I see things that are being posted on social media that are factually incorrect, we're going to sit here for 10 minutes and I'm going to go through every one of them and I'm going to tell you what's going on in this town. And I'm going to start with one tonight. One of the things that I'm hearing over and over again is that the town is for sale. That we're selling the town out to a certain group of people from a certain area near our municipality, and that the town is open for all kinds of development. Well, it's not true. So I've put together a couple of slides to answer some questions that some people have asked legitimately about what's going on in Howell Township when it comes to some of the development that you're seeing. So let's go through them. Everybody thinks that there's these thousands of projects that are going on out there. It's simply not true. So let me give you some facts. The first ones that are shown are ones that are geared specifically towards affordable housing components. For 4.5 hours I sat here. I think I treated everybody politely and respectfully, and I thank people for that. For when they came up and they were dissatisfied with what they thought we were doing for the West Farms Road project. I understand that there were some fearful things there, but For 4.5 hours, I treated everybody fairly and respectfully because that's my job. While that was going on, there were people in the audience that were posting things on that social media page exactly opposite of what I was saying during that meeting. That's not the right way to behave, okay? So let me tell you some facts that are going on. Akabe Village, that's the first one. It was originally planned to be a 64-unit approved residential apartment complex. The governing body got involved, thought it was too intrusive of a project. It wound up being downscaled to 32 units. Yes, there's a pilot program that was associated with that. We discussed pilot programs ad nauseum for the last 2 weeks. That was the first one that was approved for a residential project since I've been an elected official for almost 7 years. And the reason it was done for the pilot program is because there is a ADA compliant component of that Mr. Walsh thought was a good component to have for our municipality for handicapped residents that needed housing. And that's why we made a decision to move forward with that pilot project. The next one is the Howell Family Apartments, the West Farms Road projects, which is a 72-unit, 100% affordable housing complex that's designed for us to meet and satisfy a state legislative mandated requirement for affordable housing. That one also had a pilot program. Everybody thinks that we're giving all these tax breaks to all these people. These are the only 2 programs that you're going to see out of the 9+ that have any pilots. So let's put that issue to bed right now that we're not giving the town away. There is a third one. We have property that's on Estelle Road and Route 9. We own that land. There is consideration that we may put that out to an RFP for somebody to come and put a project together. There is no firm plan to do that right now. You'll all know when it happens. There is a conceptual plan that was put together by our staff of what could fit there. It looks like it could yield about 64 apartments. That's the scope of the project. There is no formal action that's being taken on that. Those are the only 3 projects that were geared specifically towards COA. So all of these fears that everybody has, that everybody thinks that we're selling out the town or that we're allowing all of these groups of undesirable people in, well, I don't know how we're going to let all these undesirable people in when we're only talking about 160 units of housing. All right, so those are the facts. There are other developments that are going on. The reason other developments are going on is, guess what? It's America. And people are allowed to own property. And if you own property, you're allowed to develop it. We have zoning and restrictions that are put in place. People aren't going to the zoning board for variances for these things. They're going to the planning board because they are putting residential housing in units that comply with our master planning and our zoning. One of them is for Dana. They're looking to expand. They're wanting to put in an additional 48 48 additional units, 40 of which are market rate, 6 are affordable housing, and an addition of 2 handicapped homes. There's another project that was posted on the social media webpage today that everybody is going crazy about, MGD and the Fountains. That project has been in existence for 12 years, if not more.
I got on the governing body in 2005. That was approved and that was litigated.
2000,
my time.
like 2000.
So
2000-ish, okay? It's located on Route 9. It's currently approved for age-restricted single-family homes. They're making a presentation to the zoning board to remove the restriction, which nobody on this governing body that I'm aware of is in support of. So that's being heard at the zoning board. If you are not in favor of that, please attend the zoning board hearing and let those 9 people know that you're not in favor of anything other than age-restricted homes going in that parcel that already has an approval.
Are they allowed to legally go before the zoning board?
I don't know if they're single-family homes.
They're apartments.
They're apartments.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
Single-family homes.
I apologize. Apartments. My bad. Thank you. There's a project on Route 33. Everybody says that this is all happening in the south end of Howell. It's not happening in the south end of Howell. We have people who own property and rural areas on Route 33 that want to develop them into residential developments that are properly allowed to do so in that zone on Route 33. Boulder Ridge was recently approved for age-restricted single-family housing units, for which they are making a contribution to the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. It was heard at the planning board and vetted over several hearings. Very near that site, the old Farmer Brown site, there is a developer that is interested in providing a development for also age-restricted single-family homes. 112 units is what he's proposing. They have not submitted that formally. That one is in discussions. I don't know if it's ever going to materialize. But again, it's age-restricted housing. We have a large development on Harvest Ridge, also on West Farms Road. That one is also 100% age-restricted single-family homes. We have the one that we've been talking about for several months, which is Elon. Elon came as a result of the thing that we all talked about with the West Farms Road projects, that we don't want builder's remedy lawsuits. Elon was a builder's remedy lawsuit. As it stands now, it stands at 69 units located in an area that none of us want it to be, but that's what happens when you take your chance and you go with builder's remedy lawsuits. Single-family homes, 10 affordable housing credits, which are apartments in a single apartment building.
On 7 acres.
On 7 acres, right, which none of us would want to see. So that's it, folks. So for everybody that's out there that wants to think that all these things are going on in town, I just gave you 9 total projects in a municipality of 60 square miles with 53,000 residents on it. And guess what? The market is changing. And people are allowed to obtain funding, and they're allowed to put residential developments up where they own property. That's what the process is. Again, if you have any questions about that, feel free to pick up the phone and ask us what's going on, tell us what your thoughts are. But those are the facts. And I really hope that the people who want to go and post on social media, I hope tomorrow morning when I check that page, because yes, John and Tina, I do check that page because of the crap that's coming out of it. I hope you post this too and really start to educate people instead of scaring people, because the garbage that's been coming off that website in the past 2 weeks has been disgusting for this municipality, and I'm embarrassed for it. And I hope a lot of other people are embarrassed for it too.